CYC is a free channel, presents the Word of God for everyone. Your support will help us to continue the mission. Visit our website, cycnow.com. Even $1 will make a difference.
Welcome to the first episode of Team 411. We're here together with three lovely girls, and we're going to discuss topics that come to our mind from time to time, stuff that we wonder about, and we want to come up with an opinion on. What does our church say about it? What do we think about it? What do other people around us say about it? So we'll discuss those, and so that when we come together as girls, we're not just sitting talking about nonsense stuff or stuff that doesn't really benefit us, but we can come up with good, interesting topics that would help us get closer to God. I'm very excited to be here with these girls, and we're going to get to know them each one by one, and then we're going to get started on our topic for the day. So let's start with Justina. Oh, I just said your name, but go ahead.
Hi, I'm Justina. I'm 15 years old. I like reading.
Perfect. We'll go around. We'll get to know you more throughout the episode. And then we have...
Hi, I'm Monica. I also like reading. I'm 15 too. Yeah.
We have a lot of readers here, but we'll keep going.
Hi, I'm Carol, and I'm 14, and I love to read too.
Okay, does anybody like doing anything else besides reading? I mean, I like to read too, but what do you do else in your spare time besides reading?
I like writing. I watch a lot of TV shows, but like other than that, I hang out with my brother and my sister a lot. We play a lot of games. We play with his toys.
Sounds good.
I think I'm a lot like Justina. I also like to write and I like TV, but I do not have a brother. I do have a younger sister. We spend some time together from time to time.
Yeah, I have a little brother, and yeah, I guess we spend time together too. And I like to play piano and guitar.
Okay, I just realized that I need to tell you more about me. So my name is Sandra. I am 20 years old, and I am from Kingston, Ontario. And as long as, I like to read too, like all of you, but I'll let you know more about me as we go on. Okay, one last question before we start. What church is everyone from?
So I go to St. Mary and St. Athanasius in Mississauga.
I'm St. Mary and St. Joseph in Richmond Hill.
And I'm St. Mary and St. Joseph from Richmond Hill too.
Okay, and I'm the odd one out. I am St. Mina Kingston from Kingston, Ontario. Good? Okay, should we get started? We'll get started. Makeup. Do we put makeup every day? Sometimes we're in a rush, we don't put makeup, but in your opinion, what do you have to say about makeup?
I think that, like a lot of teenage girls, they wear like at least like lip gloss or something like before they go out. They wouldn't be caught dead in a fancy place without a little bit of makeup on. And I think a little bit is okay, but like when you get older, you can obviously put on more than you could when you were younger. Like the teens, I know a few girls like my age who like wear a lot of makeup every day, and I don't see the point in that. And like even when you're older, you're not supposed to wear a lot of makeup just because we were all created in God's image, which is a sacred image, and like if we wear a lot of makeup, it's kind of like saying, well, God did a good job, but I want to fix this, or I want to do this.
I agree, but Monica, what do you think? Do you think, why do we even put makeup on in the first place? Like, what's the point of it?
Some people find it that they look more prettier with makeup, but I find that I should put on makeup to enhance my beauty, maybe show what God made, not just put it on to cover up what God made, just like Justina said.
That's what I mean.
And if you put on too much, then you might be completely destroying the image that was there in the first place.
Exactly. But
or you can continue.
But I also find that sometimes there are people who say, well, why not? What's wrong with putting on too much makeup? Personally, I think we should put a little bit of makeup, but what about those people who think they should put a lot?
Okay, Carol, do you have an answer about why not put a lot of makeup on?
Well, I agree with Monica. Like, yeah, you enhance your beauty, not like cover up, because yeah, God did create us and it was in His image, and we should appreciate what we have and stuff. But like I guess a little bit of makeup is not bad from time to time.
I think we need to get something straight out first, like as a basic like piece of knowledge. It's that we're all pretty. No, like even if we don't think we look good, we do look good, and that if we think that we do need to add makeup to make us look prettier, then it only has to be ever so slightly, like a small amount, because we're just trying to enhance it, not really trying to change it. If you put too much, then you just change who you are. Then you have like a false look, and it doesn't look real. That's the other thing. Like even if you put you see people who put a lot of makeup on. Do they look like, you know that they have a lot of makeup on? You know that they're clearly like, that's not what they look like.
At one point, it's kind of like, at one point, like, if you're like putting on like way too much makeup, like you can tell, like you see these celebrities and you see pictures of celebrities and they're like wearing like tons of makeup and it's like loads and loads and loads, and you can't see why. Like,
yeah, I've seen people with like layers of makeup and
Yeah,
they take
at one
hours
point-
in the morning.
at one point it just looks creepy or
Yeah.
clownish.
And sometimes, like when you put on so much makeup, I know that, like for like your face, and your skin, it's not good.
Yeah.
Because when, like, from time to time, after a while, your face is just gonna look hideous without makeup. So then
Yeah.
you're just gonna have to keep on putting
you just won't
tons
get
and tons
used
of
to
makeup.
what you used to look like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You just yeah. Okay, what about, so if you were to say your opinion to someone else who's not like, who doesn't have our opinion, like maybe we have this opinion because we've been raised up in like a church atmosphere, we know we've been raised a certain way, but like if you were to talk to your friends, how would you say your opinion? Would you say it the same way? Or how would you convince them that you're pretty the way you are? If you're putting makeup, then you don't need that much.
I just think like, if your friends feel the need to wear like lots and lots of makeup, I guess that's their choice in the end. Like if they asked me like, oh, do you think I should put a little more on or whatever, like I'd say no, because honestly, like all of my friends at least, like they put on lots of makeup, but I really don't think that they need it, because like they're all pretty, and like I said, we're all created in God's image, and it's important to preserve that.
What about you, Monica? Do you have agree,
I think-
disagree?
Well, yeah, Justina's right, and I think I'd probably, if I had a friend who thought that, they looked ugly without makeup, I think I'd sort of more push them to like, helping their self-esteem, and maybe tell them, I really like your eyes, or I really like your skin tone, or whatever, and try to put things in there that makes them feel good.
Yeah, I would do that too. But like me, I don't have any friends that put on,
Yeah.
tons of
Yeah.
makeup. But if I did have a friend, then I guess I would, like every day say something good about their body or their face or eyes,
Yeah,
something
make them
nice.
realize that they're pretty the way
Yeah.
they are. Even if they think they're not, they
Yeah.
should know that they are, for sure. Agreed. So, as an important side though, we shouldn't, like, I mean, we were talking about celebrities who were saying that we were talking about how maybe they look like they have too much makeup on, but let's try not to necessarily concentrate on what they're doing that we don't like. How about we just say like what we would rather do, what we
Yeah.
should do, right? I mean, we came to a consensus that we shouldn't necessarily put too much, just a little bit to enhance it. We think that we're enhancing it, right? Okay, what about, are we allowed, do we have parents that don't allow us to put makeup on? Or should they not allow us to put makeup on?
I think it really depends, because if it's like going to school every day, then honestly no, I don't feel like there's a need for like excessive makeup. Like if you're gonna wear like lip gloss or something, fine, but there's no need to like completely like do your face and then go to school with it. That's like an everyday thing. But if you're like going to church on Sunday, or if you're like going to a wedding or something like that, then yeah, I think it's okay to wear makeup. Like if you're going with your parents to a wedding or an engagement or like a mass, then I think it's okay to wear like more makeup than you generally would. Like it's a special occasion. It doesn't happen every day.
Do you think so? It's an occasional thing.
Yeah, I don't usually put on makeup. Like I have once in a while, but mostly on like special occasions like graduation I did.
Yeah.
And like if you're going to a wedding or if you're going to like a special, family reunion thing, then I would.
Should we emphasize the fact that it's not necessarily how you look on the outside that makes you pretty too. Like this is off makeup, but you're trying to make your outside look so good that you're completely forgetting about the inside. Like, we didn't talk about that part, but don't you think that you should focus more also on the inside?
Yeah, because like the whole point of makeup is to enhance your beauty, right? But you know, at the end of the day, you have to think, like, would I rather be like, time is, you know, the story of the talents in the Bible and how like God gave them talents and they had to multiply it. I think that time is kind of a talent. Like, you have to think about it. Like, you only have so much of it and you can only use it like so much at a time. And if you spend like so much time doing your face and like making and enhancing your outer beauty, then you waste time that you could be using to enhance your inner beauty.
Precisely. I could not disagree with that one. What do you think, Monica? Do you think that knowledge and wisdom and getting closer to God are different ways of making yourself prettier, but on the inside?
Mm-hmm.
Like, doesn't have to necessarily be what people see like on the outside. It's your inside that matters more. There was a verse, I can't remember what it said exactly, but it was around the fact of if you, no matter how you try a pig, like to try and like make a pig look good, it's still a pig in the end. So like, I mean, if you don't have the knowledge on the inside, you're just looking pretty on the outside, then you could still be an ignorant person. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, that totally makes sense, because if on the inside you've got nothing, you don't have the beauty inside of you, then the beauty on the outside that you're trying to enhance or trying to cover up, whichever one you choose to do, it's not gonna be your true beauty. If you don't have both inner and outer beauty, well, you always have outer beauty because God created you beautiful, but if you don't have the inner beauty as well, you're not gonna feel that complete beauty. So
Yeah, I know there's this Bible verse. It's like your beauty doesn't come from what you wear, like outside jewelry, accessories, nothing like, not from outside or your clothes. It's from how you are inside.
Definitely.
Like,
it's not bad to take care of what you look like on the outside, but pay attention that there's this whole inside factor that you might not be forgetting about. Okay.
Makeup. Why do people in today's society wear makeup? Young women, they're so beautiful and they adorn themselves. They make themselves just right. They make themselves look great. Why? For what? The Bible tells us all kinds of things that are so useful for us to know how to make ourselves truly beautiful for God, how to use makeup to make ourselves truly beautiful for God. St. Paul, when he's speaking to Timothy, tells him to advise his congregation in the following fashion. Likewise, also that women should adorn themselves in respectable apparel, with modesty and self-control, not with braided hair and gold or pearls or costly attire, but with what is proper for women who profess godliness with good works. St. Paul is saying that it's godliness with good works that makes young women beautiful, stunning, both in the eyes of the Lord and in the eyes of people. Know this for certain, be sure that as you become beautiful and more beautiful in the eyes of God, as you become more beautiful in the eyes of the whole world. Proverbs tells us all about the perfect woman who's perfect in every way, the virtuous woman. And Proverbs chapter 31 verse 30 says, "Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is praiseworthy." Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting. Beauty doesn't last forever. We know that. We all know that. Everybody tells young men, if you want to know what your girlfriend, what your wife, what your fiance is going to look like 40 years from now, look at your mother-in-law. That's what happens. It happens to everybody. We're all getting older. One thing is sure as sure can be, if you don't believe in God and if you don't believe in anything, one thing is certain, that we're all gonna get older. Another verse about makeup in the Bible is from Jeremiah. Chapter 4, verse 30 says, "And you, O desolate one, what do you mean that you dress in scarlet, that you adorn yourself with ornaments of gold, that you enlarge your eyes with paint? In vain you beautify yourself, for lovers despise you. They seek your life." Again, Jeremiah says, What are you doing? You are desolate. Don't you realize you're desolate? You dress yourself in the most costly clothing. It's with scarlet and this and that. You adorn yourself with ornaments of gold, and you enlarge your eyes with paint. He's talking about makeup. That's what he's talking about. Why are you doing this? You can't cover your poverty. If I'm spiritually poor, I will always be poor. Only the Lord can make me rich. You know how rich the Lord can make me? You know how beautiful the Lord can make me? You'll find that in Song of Solomon, chapter 4. He says, "You are all beautiful, my love. There is no blemish in you." That's how the Lord sees his beloved. You'll always be as beautiful as you are in the eyes of the person who sees you. You're only as beautiful as you are in the eyes of the person who sees you. If your concern is what God thinks of you and what God says when he looks at you, I can tell you what God says. God says, "You are all pure, my love. There is no spot in you." God looks at you and says, "You're perfect, just as you are. I made you like that. Of course I want you to look like that." That's how God sees you. That's how God sees you. And that's how you are in his eyes. 1 John chapter 2 tells us, "Do not love the world or the things in this world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the desire of the flesh, the desire of the eyes, the pride of life, is not from the Father, but is of this world." Everything in this world will pass. Everything in this world will pass. Charm is deceitful and beauty is fleeting. But those who do the will of the Lord, they are truly pleasing to him. And they are truly the ones that are beautiful in the eyes of this world, in their own eyes, and always beautiful in the eyes of God. Glory be to God forever and ever. Amen.
So, any last comments? No? Yes,
No,
maybe
I
so?
think-
Okay, well, I want to thank our viewers. Thanks for watching Teen 411. Tune in again next week for a new episode. And if you want to send us an email with your opinion, whether you agree, disagree, or what you want us to talk about, just the email will be on the screen.